Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, your home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. In today's video, we're going to be providing a follow-up on grid battery metals. This is one we've covered previously on the channel. A lot to unravel with this company. Before we get into it though, please take a second, smash the like button, you guys. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We just crossed 46,000 subscribers. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And finally, let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of grid battery metals, your outlook on the sector as a whole, and your thoughts as we move into 2025. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on grid battery metals. As you can see on the top ticker there, trades on the TSX Venture here in Canada under the ticker CELL or CELL, and on the OTCQB in the United States under the ticker EVKRF. Now, this is a company we've covered on the channel previously, obviously as the name implies, involved in the exploration and discovery of battery metals, which is an extremely high growth sector and receiving a lot of investor attention, both from the retail community and from Wall Street. So we figured this was a great opportunity to remind viewers who are perhaps looking for exposure to this sector exactly what grid battery metals is all about. Now, this is the corporate website. I'll leave this linked in the video description below if you want to go in and take a closer look for yourself. You can see their tagline is exploring for a cleaner tomorrow. Grid battery metals is focused on both lithium and copper, with these two battery metals forecasted to experience rapid growth over the coming decade as the EV and battery sectors continue to expand. Now, below some of their key projects and stats, you can see an About Us section. Again, as a quick reminder, Grid Battery Metals has a diverse portfolio of battery metal exploration targets. We're going to actually look at that project list in a second here, including 3 highly promising lithium properties in Nevada. And as we've talked about on previous podcasts, there's a big push right now to onshore a lot of the production of these critical minerals and materials and reduce the United States' dependence on other countries like China, for example, for importing these type of battery metals. Nevada was actually ranked as the top jurisdiction for mining investment worldwide, which is actually a position it's repeatedly held in recent years due to the extensive mining history, abundant resources, favorable regulations, which are extremely important in this sector, attractive investment environment, and their carbon neutral hydroelectric grid, alongside the skilled labor force available in this jurisdiction. Now, their copper project is situated in British Columbia here in Canada. Access to infrastructure, including high-speed logging roads, forestry roads, rail lines, and again, hydroelectric power. And once again, an area that's known for mining with skilled labor and a long history of mining exploration. Now, we mentioned a little bit earlier their diverse portfolio of projects. So if you look under the project section here, under the exploration regions, both lithium projects and copper projects, including Texas Spring, Clayton Valley, and Volt Canyon, which we've covered in prior videos. And as you continue to scroll down, you can see a great visual breakdown of the 3 lithium projects currently under the portfolio, along with their copper project here in BC. Now, in our last video, we talked about this press release from stocknewstrends.com. Again, this is linked in the video description below. They lay out a very bullish case for grid battery metals, entitled Nevada's Role in Domestic Lithium Expands Amid Demand for Battery Metals, again referring to that focus of onshoring the production of things like lithium. As the lithium and copper markets grow, Grid Battery Metals Inc., again on the OTCQB under the ticker EVKRF, or here in Canada on the Venture Exchange under the ticker CELL, is a relatively under-the-radar speculative mineral exploration company, again with multiple projects across North America. Now, the most recent news article is entitled Grid Battery Metals provides a drilling update on their Clayton Valley lithium project. This one actually came out in September on the 26th, so I would encourage you guys to go in and take a closer look, specifically talking about the company completing the drilling of its first hole to a depth of 870 feet, with a number of remaining drill holes proposed to a maximum depth of 1,500 feet. Now, why this is so exciting is this property is located immediately to the west of the existing Albemarle lithium production facility. Additionally, the lithium property is near what's known as Century Lithium's Angel Island Lithium Project, which recently announced a positive feasibility study detailing a 40-year mine life and an after-tax NPV8 value of $3.01 billion. So very encouraging based on the proximity of this location. And as the president and CEO Tim Fernbach goes on to say, our Clayton Valley Lithium project is situated near the Albemarle Corporation's Silver Peak mine, which is North America's only producing lithium brine mining operation. Again, underscoring the importance of the Clayton Valley Lithium project's location. Now they then go on to lay out 6 key reasons why you may want to look more into grid battery metals, including growth in the renewable energy sector, with the IEA or International Energy Association predicting lithium production must increase by 40x or 40-fold by 2040 to support the full transition to renewable technologies, which include EVs, wind turbines, and solar panels, for example. We just talked about the proximity to other major lithium projects in the area, the national security and military applications and implications, with the US government specifically prioritizing securing a domestic supply of lithium for national security, particularly for military applications, which again is why they're trying to onshore this production. That leads into the 4th point, talking about supply chain resilience and not overly depending on China's dominance in this sector. 5th would be the analyst coverage, which Grid Battery Metals is starting to receive, both from fundamental research and Harbinger research, which are shedding additional light and investor attention on this story. And then finally is the management team with Tim Fernbach at the helm, who we just heard from in that most recent press release, with over 30 years in financing public and private sector companies, and has surrounded himself by a team of professionals with geology, exploration, and corporate governance backgrounds. Now, in our last video, we talked extensively about the central role lithium is going to play in tomorrow's modern world. You can see a number of applications ranging from EVs to storage systems, smartphones, tablets, and even wearables, including earbuds and watches, with EVs or electric vehicles expected to account for 90% of the lithium demand growth by 2030. Now, this is obviously leading to a huge expected shortage in lithium in the neighborhood of 6 million tons by 2030, which is forcing major automotive producers or companies like General Motors, BMW, Volkswagen, Ford to find partnerships and source access to these critical minerals and materials to future-proof their companies. Now, in addition to that, the US government has listed lithium as strategic importance, specifically to the military as well, as you can see from these most recent statements from the US Department of Defense. And again, citing the current problem as China presently dominates the supply chain, which means we're overly dependent on a supply chain essential to the US military. Now, earlier we talked about the proximity of grid battery metals to some of these other key areas in Nevada. Here you can see their Texas Spring property and the proximity to Surge Battery Metals Nevada North location. This is a look at the Clayton Valley property with the Silver Peak Lithium project to the right, Century Lithium Corp in yellow, and Pure Energy in green. And finally, a look at the Volt Canyon Lithium project with a special call out to the Tesla Gigafactory located near Reno. Now, in addition to watching my videos, I would also encourage you guys to go on and take a look through some of Tim Fernbach's most recent interviews related to grid battery metals. He gives a great overview of the company and investment thesis if you're looking for exposure to lithium and or copper in your portfolio. They then go on to talk about that research report from Fundamental Research with a number of key catalysts again listed in respect to grid battery metals. So for those reasons, you guys, I definitely think this one may be worth a closer look, especially again if you're looking for exposure to this sector within your portfolio. I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, specifically if you're already holding shares of grid battery metals or invested in any of their competitors. If you're still watching the video at this point, make sure you smash the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel, specifically in getting this content to other people like you who may find value. If you're not currently subscribed to the channel, feel free to join. We just surpassed 46,000 subscribers, a major milestone, and we'd love to have you as part of the community. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in our next video.